Oh my god.
Hey, I'm Mofu,
Hey, I'm Curtin.
and welcome to.
Welcome.
Welcome to a new podcast,
It's gonna be
Vainglory.
Yeah, we're
Don't
fucking
cut
keeping
this.
Bradley's interruption in this. Okay,
Oh,
so, hey, I'm Mofu, we've got Krypton here, we've got Bradley here. We all play
No.
Vainglory, it's a game, and this is what the podcast is going to be about.
Pretty sad.
it's about a mobile game.
We
If you
could be
didn't know,
making a podcast about Angry Birds right now. Like, I mean,
Oh, no, but it's a good
if you
one.
don't know what
Yo, what's-
Vainglory, you've been
what's the
living
red
under
one
a
called?
fucking rock.
fuck up, Crypt. Shut the fuck up. What's the red one called? What's the red bird called?
Red.
Monkey.
His name
He's
Red.
legit
I feel like
called
his
Red.
name's Red.
His name is Red.
It's just some bird called Red. Alright, well that's cleared up. You carry on.
What would you talk about Angry Birds?
Anyway, back
Into
on
a
subject.
Fucking no. I'm on a rant. Fucking birds, man. What's that?
Alright, so Vainglory is a MOBA, and 5v5 just came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on? Why is nobody speaking?
Okay. I just checked Google. Red is his name.
Oh my god.
His name is Red.
Oh.
I'm just gonna
His
have to
Red.
get better at editing, aren't I? Fuck.
Yeah. Are you still recording?
Yeah, I'm just all of this is gonna get recorded.
Okay, you just need to cut this up like a lot.
Yeah, I'll just cut
Please
out
be a
all the
pro.
Vainglory stuff and we can make a fucking Angry Birds podcast.
You know, the thing about podcasts is that it pretty much doesn't get fucking edited. So
Yeah.
It'll be the world's shittest podcast.
nah,
We're
believe
gonna
me,
cut out all
shit.
these long pauses though.
Mofu's just gonna like make it so like we're starting off from like half words and stuff. He's gonna cut it through mid sentence. I like red, bruh. It's just gonna like not sound like even anything.
It's like Ranked is a really good game mode. I enjoy it. And the next cat is like, nah,
Okay.
it's
It's gonna
a
be
good
random.
hero.
So, welcome to VG Podcast.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Why are we so?
Welcome. It's the
Hold on,
Disney
come.
and Asney show.
Nah,
Guys, there's an event going on in Vainglory right now. It's fucking Team Reza versus Team Gwen.
Team Reza scum. Oh my
I'm
god!
Team
Imagine
Reza.
being on Imagine being on Team Reza.
And
hashtag Team Gwen.
yeah,
Yeah, Team
If
Gwen
you're
for the
good,
win.
if you're good, you're gonna be on Team Gwen.
I'm pretty sure that's how they
the
do it.
game
They
just
split
chooses it.
50-50, the best
Yeah,
50 and the
exactly.
worst 50.
Yeah,
And
Team Reza is
Are
the
you-
worst 50.
You recording?
yep, all of this is getting
Okay.
recorded. This is going in a podcast right now.
Just saying earlier, Mofu edit this in. Quote Krypton says racist things. Not clickbait.
Fuck.
Not
That's the title of this podcast. Krypton says racist things. Show this to your friends, your black friends, and tell them if you know
Tell
anyone
him
called
where he
Krypton. if you know anyone called Krypton, he's a racist.
Anybody from Latvia called Krypton. Real name,
Exactly.
Krypton. Oh yeah, we should probably mention that Krypton's from Latvia, that's why he's pronouncing everything wrong.
Wow.
Such as Vainglory.
How do you pronounce it right?
Vainglory. We literally say it like all the time.
Vainglory.
Yeah.
There you go. You just say Wayne.
Vainglory.
Say Van.
Vain.
Say Van.
It's easier for me to say Vainglory.
Say Van.
Van.
Get in the van.
It's tilting towards the van. It's one. Also, can we
What?
just say, there's a way of spelling Neve that's like Niamh. Like, low key, that isn't Neve. That's just no, actually high key. That's just meow. That's just a noise a car makes when it goes
It's fucking
Meow.
Irish spelling.
meow.
Have you seen how Siobhan is spelled? Brad keep
Siobhan?
disconnected.
Oh,
Okay,
his mom came in.
so we've lost one of our podcast recording members, but we're down to the OG2s, Krypton and
The OG
Mofu.
too.
Yep. So let's get back to podcasting about Vainglory.
We already talked about the event. Team Gwen is currently winning by 50k, but from this recording, in about 2 hours, we're gonna see the results again. And
do you know
tomorrow,
if it's ending or if it's tomorrow?
It's ending tomorrow. There's gonna be a stream. Let me check their Twitter. The stream's gonna be. One sec. I'm sorry. The stream's gonna be 3 p.m. PST and 23 GMT. So
Okay.
that is that. It's like if you want, you can make do it.
Yeah, alright. So Gwen leading by 50k, but it changed from 180k lead, so that's a big enough change that the team could still win this, I think.
Yeah, everything happened, and it could be a clutch, and Team Risen might actually win, but I would not like it as that because Team Gwen for the win.
The thing is, out of the three of us, if Reza wins, none of us gets a new skin. If Gwen wins, two of us get a new skin. So, yeah. But
yeah,
because those two don't include me, I selfishly still want Reza to win.
So if the team that wins will get the skin itself. So for example, Team Gwen is going to win. I will get the Gwen's special edition skin, Red Lantern Gwen. But if we lose, if Team Gwen loses, every player that has joined in the event will get a blueprint for a random skin. And for Mofu, since he has pretty much, you have all the blueprints on skins, right?
Yeah.
So anything you can get is opal fluorescent, and yeah, this event is now very good. I mean, it's like a free skin and shit, but still.
Yeah, but it's also an event you don't actually have to do anything for it. You just sort of passively get points, and even whether you win or lose isn't based on you.
Yeah.
It may as well be random.
The points are counted as lunar fame, and you get it by playing 5v5 matches. If you win, you'll get. Let me check. You'll get 10 lunar fame for every 5v5 win you get. You'll get bonus 50 fame by getting a third win on 5v5. Third win of the day. Yeah. Then you can also get 10 bonus fame for either the Red Lantern Reza or Red Lantern Gwen equipped the skin in 5v5. Also, you can get 5 bonus lunar fame by winning. Obviously, you have to always win to get lunar fame by one of these skins, that is Red Lantern Kosh or Flicker, any sparkler scarf, that is the 5 or 6 sparkler scarf skins, or the gift wrapped fortress or Labdog Grumjaw. And you'll get 5 bonus lunar fame.
And the Grumpjaw and Fortress skins are because it's the year of the dog and they look like dogs.
Yeah. Oh, also you can get 10 fame as well for opening a Red Lantern chest, which I have
yeah.
gave like 50 or 60 lunar fame because I've been opening them chests and I haven't got a skin, the Red Lantern skin, so that sucks.
Yeah, I
But
got
it's
Red
whatever.
Lantern Reza from the second one I opened. But you did get the Vox skin, and I didn't get that.
Yeah, the walk skin. It wasn't actually for the chest, the lunar fame chest. It was from another box. It was just a random box with 10% chance
Really?
to. No, it was 5% chance to get walk skin.
Oh, right. Yeah, the actual Vox box. Yeah.
The walks on ice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is that skin legendary or SE?
I think it is. I can check. I think it is legendary.
Because the
Based
SE
to
ones
the
will eventually be out for opals, which is like
yeah.
an easier currency to get them. Whereas if the Vox is legendary, that won't be. That would be based on only blueprints.
It has orange borders, so it's legendary. So the box was the only way to get it. I think you can still get the blueprint for it.
Yeah, you can still get a blueprint, but then it'll cost 5,000 essence on top of the blueprint.
Not everyone has 5,000 essence in the bank.
Nah, I have like 20k.
Oh yeah, well that's you. I have 4k. I'm trying to get few skins, but I just have to grind and get the essence. I think we should talk about the meta since we have talked about the news and stuff. Oh, there's one more thing for news. In the stream and the end of the stream, they're gonna announce something new. So it could be either a new skin. I think that could be some other hero or with the on ice, since.
Oh yeah.
Or it could be a new hero.
Yeah. Could also be a new mode based on the 5v5 map.
Yeah, that could actually be possible.
Also, because Onslaught was seasonal, they're going to replace Onslaught.
Yeah,
so it might
they
be about
they
that.
could. Tell me about Onslaught, because I'm not really familiar with it, and what some of our listeners.
So Talents came out, which is a sort of it's like the pay to win section of Vainglory. Vainglory for the most part is not all like pay to win; it's pay to skin. But there are these brawl modes where you can use talents, and the talents enhance your abilities, and you use glory to get the talents. So it's something you can grind for to get better talents. But the first brawl mode that came out was, well, it was technically Battle Royale, but that wasn't really a brawl mode for a while. The first one properly was Blitz, which is a 5-minute mode, and it's super fun, and you just sort of like have to get kills, destroy turrets, get gold mine, crystal sentries to earn enough points to win. So
yeah, it's a 15 points.
Yeah, 15 points to win, and you can use the talents in that because it's a brawl mode. And now they've brought out Onslaught, which is also a brawl mode using talents. But the difference is that with Splits you can only pick one talent for that hero, and each hero will have the 3 talents. One is rare, one is epic, one is legendary. Onslaught, you get to use all 3, and I think because Blitz came out first and people got used to only using one talent, like people only improved one talent per hero if they were going to improve a talent. So when Onslaught came out, people weren't really like in a good place to like do well in it and stuff. So I think it kind of got pretty rejected. Like nobody seems to enjoy the onslaught mode.
Yeah. I didn't even play that much Onslaught. I thought it was good and never it just didn't work out for me. I
No,
sucked
I
at
think that's
that.
how most people felt.
Yeah.
It just didn't work out. It's a cool idea. There are 5 rounds, and you win a round by being the last team to survive. And
Isn't there like only 3 rounds? I can't remember.
well, you need 3 to win, so it's like best out of 5. So there's potentially
Okay.
5 rounds. If you go 2-2, it'll go on to the 5th round. Yeah, and then the arena sort of closes in around you, which seemed quite cool and stuff.
It was on the 3v3 map round where in the middle of the map where Kraken and the shop is. So it closed in pretty quickly.
Yeah, it closed in quick, so it was another fast-paced mode, only lasting like 5 minutes. But it didn't seem to really resonate with people. And another interesting thing about it was that if you didn't spend money, that money would be worth more the next time. So you could choose between spending a lot early or trying to save up and be better for the later rounds. It had some good ideas, but it wasn't very well put together, I think.
Yeah. I just didn't enjoy the mode. And I don't think it's gonna come out. But anything's possible, so.
No, they did say it was just seasonal. I think it was just something they were trying out. They didn't make a big fuss about it or anything. They just sort of put it out, let people play and see if they liked it. And so I think it will get replaced for the spring season, which is in, I think, 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So ranks will get reset. They go down 1 tier. So Crypto, you're going to go back to SA and have to try and get up to VG from SA.
Sure, if I'm gonna get stuck at SA again.
Yeah. But we'll probably
meta.
with you when you're SA.
Yeah,
And we're PM.
sure.
Yeah, so meta. How have you found the meta in the new update?
It's bad.
It's bad, yeah.
I feel like the meta is pretty much all about burst.
Yeah.
Which can be the most burst and when the team fights the quickest.
They did a really weird thing when 3.0 came out. They decided to make all of the minions worth less, which puts more value on getting kills, getting gold mine.
Yeah.
Which means if you get an early game lead with some kills, it's really difficult to recover. And another recovery mechanic that they got rid of is the Kraken used to be 500 when you killed a captured Kraken.
This is about the 3v3 map.
Yeah, in the 3v3 map where there's a Kraken. And they took that away, which is really strange because there's so fewer catch-up mechanics. It's a lot more based on early game. And that's also why it's more based on burst. So you just go early burst and you win from there. Which is a shame because it's not balanced like that. It's made the meta like really imbalanced. And I don't understand why they made that choice for 3.0.
Yeah. So, and pretty much a lot of the builds for heroes have changed. For example, if last update you would build on Ringo, let's say a Sorrow Blade, Breaking Point, and Crit. Now would you would go to Spell Sword and then some Crit or Breaking Point. So it kind of changed that, and
yeah. The Ringo's an interesting one to talk about because of the Spell Sword. Spell Sword came out quite recently, and it's a weapon item, but it gives you cooldown on your abilities, which is like
also regenerates your energy.
Yeah, cooldown and energy. So you can use your abilities more often, which for a weapon item is strange because if you're building weapon, you're more based on basic attacks. But it's good for some heroes because their abilities are based around their basic attacking, such as Ringo and his attack speed bonus from his beat.
Yeah, his swirling silver, I believe, is
Yeah.
how it's called.
Yeah, twirling silver. I don't know. Yeah, swirling maybe. Anyway. Yeah. So the spell sword was good for Ringo, especially in the update because they changed Ringo's B to be more powerful, but on a higher cooldown. So getting the cooldown does even more for a more powerful ability. So spell sword is particularly good on Ringo now.
Yeah. So it's pretty much just about the burst. So let's say Koshka's in the meta.
Yeah.
Ringo's in the Ringo, Gwen, obviously Vox, which
Gwen is massively because you get the tension bow for burst and it combines with her hero perk so that she gets a really big burst of damage her first hit on you.
it's very easy to snowball with her.
In addition to that, Gwen's got a very high movement speed because of the passive on her B, and her B can give her an extra movement speed and acts as a block for anything that hurts her movement, such as a stun or a root. And her ult is a stun, and her ult got buffed. It moves quicker and further now, so it's even easier to get stuns off on people. So Gwen is very
the ult update was really good.
Yeah, I much prefer
like
ult like that. I don't think it stood up to some of the other heroes without that.
Vox is in the middle.
Vox is still in.
Obviously.
You'd expect that Vox would be out with Ringo coming in. Because
it's still pretty much 100% banned in Vainglory ranked matches.
But Vox is actually banned. But that's because they upgraded his crystal. Quite massively, and then that means the Ringo counter isn't so much of a thing, and it works really well against people who are grouped because of his resonance bounces will spread. And
if the people don't really understand the game and doesn't build against him or doesn't counter pick in the draft, then it's an easy win for the Vox team.
Yeah, for us, we know Crystal Vox because we've been playing long enough that he used to be in meta, but he's been out of meta for so long that I think a lot of players aren't understanding what he's all about. And so that means they're grouping and they don't build against it and stuff like that, and they just don't understand what's doing the damage all the time. So that's why Vox has been particularly good.
Talking about roamers, who is in the meta? That's a question for you, Mofu.
Yeah, so I main roam, and every meta I usually change what hero I play because I always like to play who I feel like is in the meta, which like seems to often be different to the most common view of like the most powerful roam. But currently I think the two best are actually Flicker and Fortress, which is unusual because I usually much prefer tanky roams, which Flicker and Fortress are not really the tankiest, but they do alright. And the reason for that is Flicker, the changes made to him is he got True Sight while he's invisible, so it's a lot harder to counter him with Vision. That was a problem with Flicker before, he was way too countered by Vision. But now he can see scout traps, and so he knows where to avoid to not be spotted and stuff like that. And I've really just been enjoying playing Flicker and constantly stealing the enemy jungle and shutting down the junglers like money, which is a plan that can quite easily backfire, but it's been quite successful.
Yeah, it's like a complete strategy, actually.
Another good thing with Flicker is often people will get very focused on killing you, especially if they can see you when they know you're invisible, because they feel like they've got some advantage over you, and you might not realise that they can see you, something like that. So they get very focused on you, which is great, because as a tank you want people to be focused on you, while your damage dealers can deal the damage.
Yeah. Flicker is the masturbator.
Yeah. Yeah, and then as a fortress, particularly in 5v5s, I think he's great, Rome, because he has 5 dogs in 5v5. And so if a couple of their members are dead, then you can end up with 3 dogs on one person, and if 4 of them are dead, you'll have all 5 dogs on one person. So what you do is, the only crystal you need to get is Aftershock, and that gives it enough crystal that the dogs deal plenty damage. And Fortress is really good at giving mortal wounds.
Yeah, so
which is great
can't
for
heal.
reducing healing. Yeah. And also he gives speed boost to the team when he uses his A to get on people, which is useful in 5v5s again, because you can get a whole team to really nicely engage and focus on one person.
Yeah.
And even when you're a roam as Fortress, when you have that Aftershock, it makes you pretty strong. Like, I've been killing people solo just as a roam Fortress, because he's got that tankiness from building roam, but then he's also got the Aftershock for damage, and you can very nicely time your A and your B with the resetting of Aftershock.
Yeah,
and your ult
that
gives you
is
Fortified.
true.
Yeah, your ult gives you Fortified and another hit of Aftershock, and then the dogs as well. And as well as his B stacks giving Mortal Wound, the dogs also stack up and give Mortal Wounds.
Also, talking about Fortress, I have actually been having fun playing in a 5v5 casual with Jungle Fortress.
Yeah.
You just go completely Crystal, obviously with some tankiness and some defense,
Yeah.
but you can deal a lot of damage.
So it's the same sort of thing, you go the Aftershock, but then you can also get Dragon's Eye, and that's great because all the time that your dogs are dealing damage, that's giving you stacks on your Dragon's Eye.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can get some really nice damage as a jungle CP Fortress.
Also, even though we don't think Grace is that good, it seems to, in ranked matches and pretty much every match we play, Grace is like a main pick pretty much for Rome.
I think she's the most picked roam, and I think that's a lot to do with a lot of the roams being a lot worse this meta. A lot of the tanky ones and stuff like that. Especially because they've really reduced how good Lyra is by taking the snare away from her B. So it's like her ability is kind of useless, which is a bit ridiculous, but yeah, so with Lyra being less strong, also Lyra's kind of out because of in 5v5s her heal gets very used up quickly in a big team fight, in a big 5v5 team fight. So you don't really see her in 5v5s, and she's kind of out 3v3 as well. And I think that means Grace is one of the heroes who is still left, because they also reduced Churnwalkers, how good he is and stuff like that. So a lot of heroes are just sort of out, and I think that's why Grace is picked, because Grace was kind of a favourite when she came out, because people liked getting a bit of weapon on her and going early and just fucking with people with her weapon power, because she had quite a good movement speed, so people would get boots and a weapon blade and just go aggravate the enemy.
Yeah. Checking now the vgpro.gg website, where you can see your profile on Vainglory and others, and also you can see pretty much the statistics of Vainglory as itself, and top pick rate for all regions is number one spot is actually Arden, 51%, 51.6% pick rate.
Yeah, I think even though Arden's cooldowns increased early game, which is quite bad for him, he's still just a favourite pick because, I mean, he always has been like the sort of most standard roam. Like, he's tanky and he's got the fortified health buff and the gauntlet, a really great ult. to lock people down and keep your carry safe. It's like really multifunctional. His ult.
And the top picks following seconds Walks, then Alpha, then Gwen, and then Ringo. And
Yeah,
as
that all
for
makes
EU, because we're in EU region, Europe, Arden's still the number one pick, and Grace is the number second pick,
Yeah.
with almost 30% pick rate.
Wow.
Then comes Gwen, Ringo, and Cruel.
It's interesting. Crawls there. I didn't realize he was being picked so much. Were you looking at
Cruel.
5v5 or just any game mode?
I think it's any game mode. It doesn't like actually show. It's for all. I think.
Vayne Social is a little bit better because that can give you the breakdowns of different
Wayne
modes.
Social. I have never checked that.
Yeah, it's similar to VG Pro, but I think it's a bit better for stats.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Grace, I'm not a fan of because her base movement is quite quick, but her A takes her a long distance and far it's like a big engage, and it's also a solo engage, and it leaves her quite vulnerable, and she just isn't tanky enough to when you sometimes are going to end up in 1v3s. I think it's fine if you're acting as a team and everybody's going to engage with you, but it just it's not the best. Also, she has an attack that goes in two parts, and the first part of her attack is just a normal basic attack. The second part is a sort of a small AoE like cone slow attack, and her A makes her strike with the second one, but that slow is so tiny that it just isn't good enough. And the time it takes for her to use her B is like way too much. People can easily walk out of the stun radius, and if you've just used your A to get on somebody, you can't immediately use your B. Even somebody like Finn, who's super slow, feels better to play, because after you've pulled somebody in, you can quite easily A and stun them like that if you're level 8 and you have the stun on your A.
Yes, very, very true. And wise words from Mofu. That's pretty much about the meta. Oh, I think, well, there's a lot of heroes that are actually good. And the best I feel like would be obviously Gwen, Ringo, Alpha, Fortress, Flicker, and Arden. Those are, and Koshka, obviously.
Yeah.
Those, in my opinion, those are the best heroes. And
Yeah, Alpha's an interesting one because she's come back in and she can go weapon or crystal. Both have been quite strong, which is reminiscent of the old Alpha, which is nice to see again. It's been a while since her weapon path was good.
yes.
Yeah, and I can't really think of any other heroes who
No,
good right now.
I can't. Reza is good, but I feel like the trouble I got when I played with Reza is that I kind of feel like he falls off late game. So enemy gets and if you go Crystal, obviously, and Crystal is like the recommended path you
You
go.
wouldn't go weapon.
Yeah. Enemy just builds defense against you, and you don't deal that much. And I feel
Yeah.
like Reza is like a really early game
Yeah,
hero.
he's great early game, and the damage amount that he can deal early game is like quite shocking, and I think that really makes people want to build defense against him, which means you have to get Broken Myth, which is fine. He has like space in his build to get Broken Myth, but even then, when it goes into late game, like that Broken Myth just doesn't do enough compared to their Aegises. So his damage does get reduced, but I think he's still fine, and with the meta being swung towards early, Reza probably is a good one to play.
Yeah, that that is actually a good pick, and it's obviously it obviously can be made it into team picks where Reza doesn't fall off late game as much. Where let's say enemy more uh, concentrates on other carries carries, and so they don't buy shield against Reza and can easily carry as well.
Also, if you have a weapon carry like Ringo or Gwen, and they end up building Aegis because they're scared of the Reza and they don't build any defense, then that Gwen and that Ringo, they're really gonna do well.
Yeah, I feel like Brian has always been there with his huge damage with his weapon. If he scales late game,
Yeah,
he can.
I
No,
think the thing about Baron is he's sort of, other than when he first came out and he was really bad, he's sort of always been in meta if you can play him.
yeah, he takes skill to play.
Yeah,
And
he really
if you don't
does.
have that, you massively fail.
I think in terms of like the heroes that are actually hard to play, like I think Baron sort of tops the list, and you might not like see that immediately or something, but there really is a massive difference between people who can play Baron and people who can't and try.
I don't know what else. I think that's it for the meta.
Yeah.
What should we talk about? No, we have talked about our bullet points.
Yeah, well, it's almost 40 minutes now, so we can leave it off here.
Oh wow. Well then, should we end? No, you can cut this part out.
Outro.
Thank you for listening. This has been the Vainglory podcast, and obviously, if you enjoyed, you can like it. You can subscribe.
You can like it. I don't know. Depends where you're listening to it. But leave a comment that says you like it.
Just to be sure, just like you can share it with your friends or whatever Vainglory group you are into, or just like share with the community and get the word out. And there will be some other podcasts following up.
We'll do some more of these
later.
All right. Thanks, everybody. See you.
Goodbye.